What's up, guys? Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for August 6th, 2021. First of all, happy Friday. It's been a long week. Happy freaking Friday. It's a great day for betting. It's a great day for parlays. So I'm joined by the one, the only, Grant Mitchell, and Will, the Wizard Reed. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. It is Friday, which means I'm one day closer to going to a Rockies game tomorrow, taking on the Marlins. That's going to be a high-octane matchup, you know. Marlins and Rockies, no better teams in baseball right now.
Well, tonight's German Marquez versus Alcantara. That would have been fun. Don't pick on the Marlins because the Marlins have really good pitching, Grant. So do not pick on the Marlins. Will, you got like a beard / goatee / mustache going there. I don't know what's going on, but what is that?
It's facial hair of some sort. Makes me look older, so I like to rock it. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I actually just bought a car yesterday, so life is good.
Pop off, man. It's that writing salary.
Yeah.
I am jealous of Will's facial hair because I can't grow a mustache no matter what. I can grow a beard, but without the mustache, I just look like it's just a chin strap. So I always end up shaving every 2 days just because I look ridiculous if I don't.
There you go. All right, so we got our number one fan on Rachel. Where's Rachel been? We need Rachel back. But Gloria, you've filled the void. You had Steelers and the under yesterday. I had the under as well. That was easy money. I didn't have, Gloria, I didn't have the balls to bet on the Steelers straight up after not seeing them play or being the first preseason game. So shout out to you for making that move. That's big time. The under hit with these was 3-0 at the half last night. So that was big time. All right, announcements as usual. New Jersey, Indiana, Colorado, Caesar Sportsbook, Sports 20 RF for a risk-free bet up to $5K. Our risk-free bet of the day will belong to me today. Going to the Orioles. We'll talk about that a little later. But the link in the link in the description is only for New Jersey. If you're from Indiana or Colorado, slide in the DMs. Let us know because we'll get you the Indiana and the Colorado link as well. Other states, we have other states too. If you're in a state where gambling's legal, let us know. We're going to find you a freaking promo code. That's what we do here at the Sports 2.0 Network. Subscribe to the network. We're almost at 1,000. We're 50 away. We will hit that hopefully next week. So let's keep it going there. Grant the one only is 96-78. Will the Wizard Reed is 68-59, and Tanner Kern is 65-53, hanging in there and dominating as of late. Grant, you just sneezed. We will start with you. Eliud Kipchoge to win the Olympic marathon. This is a easy bet, Grant. Easy bet.
Yeah, this is honestly a very easy bet. Eliud Kipchoge has staked the claim as the greatest distance runner of all time lately. He pretty much never loses. I haven't checked the numbers, but I think it's been years and years since he's actually lost a race. He's broken 2 hours in the marathon in a race that wasn't ratified, but then he went out and ran a 2:01, set the official world record on a verified course. The guy is unstoppable. He's won gold medals before. He's in a whole different stratosphere. It's like, with your Tom Brady's and your Michael Jordans, you think about basketball and then you think about Michael Jordan. That's what it's become. He's untouchable in the world of running right now. So if he gets even second, it would be a shock.
You know who I think about when I hear the word marathon?
Who? Tanner Kern?
Yeah. Well, I am a prime endurance athlete. If people didn't know, I could line up against Kipchoge and probably lose by an hour. But no, well over an hour actually. 2, 3, an hour and a half. I'll give him an hour and a half. But anyways, I think of Galen Rupp. That's who I think of, Grant. I think of Galen Rupp. I think of the University of Oregon. I think of Galen Rupp. I think of America, USA, baby. Let's go. Eliud Kipchoge's going to win the marathon, though. No doubt about that. All right, well, let's get to a little baseball action here. America, Rangers versus Athletics, -1.5, -130. Got them on the run line today, Will. Why do you like the A's?
Yeah, I mean, the A's have Chris Bassett on the mound, 11-3 on the season, 3.29 ERA, and he's going to go against Fulton Newicks. I don't really know how to say his name anymore at this point. Fulton Newicks. Yeah, I mean, the Rangers are a bad team. He's 2-10 on the season with a 6 ERA. The Rangers just got swept by the Angels, so that was not great for them. And Oakland just split 2 against the Padres. So they've been playing all right baseball. They're 5-5 in their last 10, so 500 baseball. The Rangers are 4-6, but just by virtue of this pitching matchup and these two teams being on completely opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to wins and losses, I'm going to have to take the Athletics on the run line here.
Yeah, I mean, I like this bet. I got nothing really to say about it. I like the bet. Grant, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the bet too. It actually leads into my bet here. I've got this game going over. A lot of that is just due to Fultonowicz. Like Will mentioned, he's just not very good at baseball, and neither are the Rangers. So it's a match made in heaven. 7.5 is a very low total. I don't care, how solid the A's defense might be. All they've got to do is give up, 2 runs, and they can easily push this game over offensively. So 7.5 is way too low.
Yeah, I totally agree there. All right, so I'll go with my over bet of the day. This is not the Caesars risk-free bet of the day, but it is over Friday, so we cannot forget about that. We got Twins and Astros over 9. Zach Greinke on the bump for the Astros. The thing I love about Greinke is he's got a 3.65 ERA, but he does give up runs because he throws 89 miles an hour. And most of the time these games go over. He's given up, he's walked 28 batters. He's given up 22 home runs. That's a stat to know with Greinke. He gives up home runs. You look at what they've done in their past few games. Astros, they've been scoring pretty well. I mean, not great. Not the Twins got to carry this. I mean, we look at what the Twins did. They scored 5 against the Astros yesterday. They've scored 5, 7. So they've given us enough for this game to go over. I think 9's a very low total when you consider Greinke on the bump. He is an ace, but still gives up runs. I do like this over today. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he gives up runs, as you mentioned, and he allows players to get on base. His whip is over 1, so he's not absolutely dominating baseball by any means, but he is a good pitcher. And the Twins have been hitting the ball recently well recently as of late. We mentioned it in our pre-production that they've been scoring some runs. They got the win yesterday versus the Astros. And then the Astros can always break out for a lot of runs, so I have no problem with this over bet.
Yeah, and then same thing. You got Bailey Ober on the mound for the Twins, pushing 5 for his ERA. He's only thrown about 40, 45, 46, 47 innings in that range this year. But I think this game's going over with these today. Grant, what do you think?
Yeah, I wrote a series preview for this series, and it definitely favors the over. What do the Twins do well? They hit home runs. That's the best thing about them. And what is the weak point in the Astros pitching rotation? They give up home runs. And the Twins have given up the most home runs in baseball, and the Astros can hit home runs. This has over written all over it.
Yes, it does. All right, let's keep going here. We got Will, Twins and Astros. There you go, Will. A little run line falling right in. You know what? That's freaking cart golf right there, Will. That's cart golf, baby. Nice pick. All right, Twins, Astros on the run line, -1.5. Let's go. Break it down for me.
Yeah, I mean, we've already previewed some of the main key points in this game. Greinke on the mound for the Astros and Ober on the mound for the Twins. Bailey has, limited experience. Just Tanner was right about it. 47 innings pitched on the season. Greinke is pretty solid, 10-3, 3.65 ERA. The Astros did lose yesterday versus the Twins, but this is not a result that I would be expecting every night to come out in this series where they should be dominating against the Twins. The Twins have given up 46 and 63 on the season. They don't really have anything to play for. The Astros are still fighting in that AL West. They should have good control over it. They got a good lead over the Athletics. So, same reason I went with the Rangers versus Athletics run line. The Astros are the better team in this one. They're going to bounce back from a loss yesterday. They're going to win by more than 2.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Astros do bounce back, but again, I thought the Red Sox were going to bounce back all week. That didn't happen. I'm just going to throw it out there, Grant, because you're going to say something to me. I know you are.
Yes, I am.
So Grant has done 2 bets. Will has done 2. I've done 1, so I will go here. We'll start with the Caesars risk-free bet of the day. This is a good time. Caesars risk-free bet of the day. Remember, if you're in New Jersey, Indiana, or Colorado, and you want a risk-free bet up to $5,000, you're going to use promo code SPORTS20RF. The New Jersey link is in the description below. If you want Colorado or Indiana, please let us know. We will get that to you as well. All right, so let's keep it going here. Caesars risk-free bet of the day. Raise Orioles. Orioles on the money line. My risk-free bet of the day last week with against the Yankees who was pitching? It was Matt Harvey.
Matt Harvey.
No,
Yeah.
Matt Harvey pitched really well, though, so we got to give him some credit. He did pitch
relatively well.
For what he's done this year. He was a freaking Cy Young winner against the Yankees. Okay, he wasn't as good as he had been in his past 3 starts before that, but he was still pretty damn good. He gave the Orioles a chance to win, and that's when Matt Harvey's on the mound, that's all I can ask for. Okay, just giving them a chance to win. This is what John Means needs to do tonight too. John Means on the mound for the Orioles going against the Rays. The Rays didn't have a good week. Everyone talks about the Red Sox being terrible. Okay. The Rays are 5-5 in their past 10. The Red Sox are 3-7. So Grant, stop talking. Stop telling me that the Red Sox are out of the picture, out of the playoff picture. Stop saying that because it's not true, Grant. All right. Let me break down this game, then Grant can give his rebuttal. It's going to be stupid. All right, Ryan Yarbrough on the mound, 6-4, 4.58 ERA. John Means has not pitched a lot this year because He had the injury. I mean, I wouldn't say not a lot. He's thrown 88 innings. He's still gone deep into games, but there was a significant time he missed. I think this is his third start back since coming off the injury. 2.84 ERA. Listen, we got Trey Mancini. We got Cedric Mullins. We got Ryan Mountcastle. We got dudes that can flat out play baseball on this team. Will they hit today? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you. Your guess is as good as mine, but I think they show up today. I hope they show up. Rays have not been playing well. They're going to catch them off guard. We're going to get the win. Caesars risk-free bet of the day. Remember, New Jersey, Indiana, Colorado, Sports 20 RF. Lock it up. Grant, go ahead now. You can make fun of me.
I don't hate this one as much as you might think looking at the record. This is actually John Means' fourth start since he came back. In his return, he's thrown a 5.09 ERA, which obviously is not good. But then you look at his last time out, he only allowed 1 earned run in 6 innings. So maybe he's sort of, finding his rhythm again. But the Rays, they have not, you're right. They absolutely have not been playing well. I crack on the Red Sox all the time. But these past few games have been disappointing. And you expected more because they just swept the Sox. And this was sort of their this was their chance to say, we are for real, and we're walking through the door and we're closing it behind us. This is ours. And they didn't do that. So I think that the Orioles actually have a pretty good chance in this one.
Yeah, they're at home too. I know we said, home field doesn't matter a lot till we get to the playoffs in baseball, but it does. I mean, the Rays still got to travel a little bit. Camden Yards, there's some diehard baseball fans at Camden Yards. I know it's only felt like when the COVID regulations came out and they said, okay, we're going to have the Orioles are going to allow 20% capacity or whatever, 30% capacity. That's what it is every day of the week there. But I will tell you what. The Orioles fans care about baseball. They're going to get a win tonight behind John Means. He makes a statement. I love this bet. Caesars risk-free bet of the day. New Jersey, Indiana, Colorado, Sports 20, RF. All right, let's keep going here. Will the Wizard read? And we'll go Grant. Phillies money line versus the Mets. Great bet out of you, Grant. Kyle Gibson on the bump. Bryce Harper's a freaking all-star. Love this bet.
Yeah, Bryce Harper, I want to touch on him real quick. I knew he'd been having a good year, but I didn't actually recognize how good it was until I saw it written out. This morning. He's top 10 in slugging, batting average, on base, OBS. He's having a great year. And I feel like because of, the size of his contract, if he's not winning the MVP every year, it's not fun to talk about him, especially since the Phillies record isn't that great. But he's been playing pretty incredibly well. So that's absolutely something to watch in this series. You've got a good matchup on the mound. Stroman versus Gibson. Both, I think, are under 3 for the year. I didn't do the math on Gibson's total between the Rangers and the Phillies, but Stroman's at a 2.8. He's 7-10, which it's kind of strange that the Mets managed to lose so many games when he's throwing such a low ERA. But that's what the Mets do. They lose games that they shouldn't. They're about to choke a seemingly insurmountable lead to maybe the Braves, probably the Phillies. They made those moves at the deadline. Acuna got injured. Phillies expectations were low. It seemed like it was a foregone conclusion the Mets were going to wrap that one up. And they're choking. They're choking bad. And I think they continue to choke here. Phillies take control of the division with this series.
Well, you look at the Phillies. I mean, they went out. They made moves. They got Kyle Gibson. Last time Kyle Gibson was on the mound, I believe it was the last time. I mean, the Phillies scored about 1 billion runs. So this is a pitcher that they need. Kyle Gibson is an all-star. He's an all-star. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I don't think he's going to be an ace moving forward. I think he's like a 2-3 pitcher. But he's still, it's a big pickup for them. Mets, like we were talking before the show, when I saw them play in person, I realized this team is very bad. Like they are just bad. And I didn't see him with Javi Baez. But does Javi Baez make them that much better? I don't think it does. Will, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the Mets are not a great team, and Stroman is in reality not one of the better pitch. I mean, he has the ERA below 3, but he is 7-10. And if you look at his adjusted ERA for like the power that's hit on some of his balls, his ERA gets into the 4 and into the 4. So he's really allowing a lot of hard hit balls, and it's eventually those are going to turn into home runs. And he's going to be giving up runs. The Phillies can hit some home runs. Rhys Hoskins, Bryce Harper, those guys can hit the ball out of the yard. So I like the Phillies in this one.
Yeah, I mean, if Marcus Stroman does not keep the ball down the zone, he's going to get hurt. That's the kind of pitcher he is. All right, so we'll go to Will here. Giants Brew Crew over 7.5. This is interesting move out of you. Corbin Burns on the bump. I don't know who's going for the Giants. I know Corbin Burns going for the Brewers though.
Yeah, Corbin Burns on the bump for the Brewers, and we have Logan Webb for the Giants. So a pretty solid pitching matchup. 5-3, 3.33 ERA for Logan Webb. So I mean, if you look at the two pitchers, you would think this might go under, but with the way things have been trending lately for the Giants, They got 5 runs yesterday versus the Diamondbacks, 7 runs in the game before that. And if you look at Milwaukee, they haven't been scoring the greatest amount of runs, though. A 4-2 win versus the Pirates, 8-5 loss to the Pirates, and then a 6-2 win. So they're both right around in the 5-4 average range in the last 2 games, or in their last 3 games. But, I mean, 7.5 is a low total. Both these pitchers are really good, but I see these 2 offenses pulling together to go above 7.5.
Grant, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Do you think Will just made this bet? Like he saw this game and he was like, "Oh, it's over Friday. Let me just pick a random game," because
that's part of the
I don't know if I like this over, William.
Well, here's the thing. I'm actually not terribly mad at it, and this is going to sound a little counterintuitive, but bear with me here. If the Giants, when we think of the Giants, we think that they have a good record because they play well as a team, but then also you think of their pitching more than their batting, right? Even though they are, I want to say, 7th in total scoring, you think of them, their pitching. But they actually tend to score and give up a decent amount of runs when they play good teams. And then when they play bad teams, that's when they hold them to 1, 2, 0 earned runs. So they have a weird phenomenon going on here. But it is the case. Like if you look back at their recent games, they score 5, 7, 1 against the Diamondbacks. Then the Astros, they have 5, 8, 6. Against the Dodgers, they scored 5, and then against the Pirates, they score 2. It's a weird trend, but it's actually the case. They tend to allow more and score more runs against good teams.
Yeah, and you factor in, you do have Chris Bryant there, who looks amazing in a Giants uniform. We got to reiterate that. I need a Giants Chris Bryant uniform really bad.
I love the Giants uniforms ever since I started playing with them in my road to the show in MLB The Show 16. Oh, we lose Tanner?
I don't know what just happened. I think we lost our host. This is the first time. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Don't worry. I'm not going. Listen, I'm not going anywhere. I heard Road to the Show. I was thinking about going to play video games, but I came back. I got one more back.
Tanner would also please you that my Road to the Show character in this current MLB The Show is on the Red Sox, and we are absolutely dominating the MLB.
So that's why it's a video game.
That's not realistic. No, that's why it's real life.
We're 12 games ahead the next team in the MLB. So
look at Madden ratings. Madden ratings are realistic. That's what it comes down to. Madden ratings are realistic. MLB The Show is realistic. Red Sox are the best team in baseball. I love this team. Go Red Sox. All right, let's go to the Dodgers though. Let's go to the second best team in baseball. Let's talk about the Dodgers. Angels versus Dodgers. Dodgers covering on the run line tonight. I'm going to say it right now. If the Angels have one game out of the next 3 that they're going to win, it's probably going to be tonight, but I don't think it is. Here's why. David Price, former Cy Young winner, who's okay. He's coming out of the bullpen a lot this year, but now because Dustin May's arm surgery and Trevor Bauer, again, not legal time with Parlay Power Hour, Trevor Bauer's not pitching, so David Price got to step up. He's got to come in the rotation. 4-1 on the season, 3.55 ERA. He's going against Sandoval. 3.38 ERA on the season. He's thrown 30 more innings than Price this year. Why are the Dodgers going to cover? What did they do against the Houston Astros? They came out, they hit home runs. I know Max Scherzer was on the bump still, but they played very well. The game before that against the Astros, they didn't hit the ball. But when you look at what they did in Arizona, 13 runs, 8 runs, and then 5 runs, I like those odds. Angels, I mean, they're just absolutely deflated right now. The only good part about this team, and I hate to say it because I hate giving Shohei Ohtani so much credit because he gets enough. I don't need to give him any more. He gets enough. The only, Mike Trout still not playing. Anthony Rendon, season-ending injury, or season-ending surgery. This team must just be so deflated. They just want to go on vacation in October. That's what they want to do. I don't think they show up. The Freeway Series will not be much of a rivalry, and the Dodgers will cover tonight. And if they don't cover tonight, mark my words, they will cover the rest of the weekend. We got Walker Buehler versus a 22-year-old who can't pitch tomorrow. And then Walker Buehler's going on Sunday against 22-year-old, and then Julio Urias is going tomorrow. And I love Julio Urias.
Wear the glasses.
That's why you wore your glasses like him last
show. My glasses down here. They're over there. Wait.
See, I wish I had glasses so I could pull off a look. I feel like it adds a new level.
These are blue blockers. Sponsor us. Amazon brand blue blockers. Sponsor us. What up, Bezos? All right, so that's Julio Urias. So that's my pick. I like the Dodgers on the run line tonight. I like them on the run line all weekend. I'd like them on the run line if they were 3.5 on the run line. If someone wanted to go crazy on adjusted run line, do it. So that's my picks, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean the Angels haven't been good, and aside from a series where they got to face the Texas Rangers, which was just a luxury to them, where they won 3 of 4, they just haven't been good. You mentioned Anthony Rendon out for the year. That's deflating to any chances they really had of making a postseason push, which they don't have any really. Mike Trout's still out, and Shohei Ohtani, as you mentioned, is just a bright star. And who knows if he'll even make it into the lineup today? He just pitched 2 days ago, I believe. So maybe they give him a rest. I don't know, but they have really no shot at making any push in the AL wildcard race. They're too far behind in the AL West. The Dodgers have something to play for. David Price on the mound, not the greatest pitcher, but the Dodgers are the better team. So I don't have any problem with this.
If Ohtani doesn't play, Ohtani is like the Japanese Babe Ruth, right? He better play today. Grant, what do you think of
this? I agree that if there's one game that's probably not going to be covered, it's this one, but I would still take the Dodgers to cover all 3 games. You look at the Angels, if you look back on their season as a whole, they pretty much always beat the teams they should beat and lose to the teams they should lose to. That's why they're pretty much bang on 500. There's nothing special about them right now. There's something special about one of their players, but the team as a whole, nothing. You got to take the better team here. That's the Dodgers.
There you go. All right, final thoughts. Let's get into it. Grant, the one and only. Mitchell, 96 and 78. Break it down for me. Give me your weekend plans and what your grit quote of the day is. Grit.
Well, I'll leave that to you. You're the big grit guy. Make sure you follow Tanner on Twitter if you want to see his obsession with grit. Plans for the weekend. Got a show about an hour and a half or an hour later. I forget the exact time, but you'll know when we go live.
Hour and 7 minutes. Get it together.
Hour and 7 minutes. You'll know when it goes live. All our wonderful subscribers out there. After that, I'm in Colorado visiting my mom right now. It's the reason for the background change. And we're taking our dogs to the largest dog park in America. So that's going to be fun for them. They always have a blast. Usually ends up with me going in the water and ruining my shoes and socks for the day, but whatever. Going to see the Rockies and the Marlins play tomorrow. Got to be rooting for the Rockies. And expect me to come back in a Rockies jersey for one of next week's shows.
Cool. All right, well, try to beat that. This is what Will's doing. Will's growing a beard out so he can try to go to a bar and not get carded.
Well, I mean, that does help. I think my weekend plans will be surrounded around my new car, 2021 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport S. Yeah, big time moves were made yesterday to acquire that car. I'm also Sunday I'm going to start my drive back down to Miami for school. It's Jack Fratboy's birthday on Monday, so I gotta get. And actually, Tuesday's his birthday.
Can we get him on here? Can we get him on here Tuesday?
You will be getting him on here on his birthday, most likely.
Birthday special.
Birthday special.
So we'll get him on. I'm starting the drive down there this weekend. See him on his birthday. So life is good with a new car.
There you go. Yeah, I want Jack Fratboy on here next week on his birthday. Oh, I didn't throw your record up. Will the Wizard reach 68 and 59? Tanner Kern going to Nashville this weekend. Go Colton Herta. I love you. You're going to get the job done this weekend in Nashville. I'm betting on you. You better get the job done because I've lost more money on IndyCar this year than I can freaking imagine. But go Colton Herta. That's the thing you got to know there. Other weekend plans, nothing much besides that. Grant, go Red Sox. They're the best team in baseball. William, good luck on the drive down there. And yeah, we will see you guys Monday. Thanks for all the support, everyone. We love you all. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Yes, Will. Give him the emoji. Give him the hands together emoji. Love it. That was Parlay Power Hour for August 6th, 2021. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we will talk to you on Monday. Tuesday already locked up. Special edition, Jack Fratboy's birthday. And yeah, Wednesday, Will, you better be on the show Wednesday or you're fired. That does it for Parlay Power Hour.